I knew about Jesus, but I didn't know him. And I was wandering. It wasn't good, and I knew that it wasn't good. I used to feel empty, and I just continued living that way. In 2008, I met Giselle. Have this wonderful person come into my life, and still didn't want to leave a lot of the things that I was doing before. I just wanted to do things for me. I was very selfish, and wanted to go hang out with my buddies, and I used to want to go get high, and I wanted to always just kind of ignore whatever Giselle wanted to do, and I kind of just wanted to do my own thing. We had our ups and downs, and we ended up moving in together, and then I proposed to Giselle to get married, and she said yes. Over the next couple of years, we had been just on and off, just fighting. The environment in the home was just not good. We had a huge fight over something very, very meaningless. She sat me down and she basically said that this is too difficult for her. There's no support for her emotionally, and it's a very abusive relationship. At that point, we had given our wedding invites to a lot of people, and so in April, we decided to cancel our wedding. I think it's the feeling when your world just comes crashing down and everything's just kind of upside down. Giselle said, I'm going to move back to my mom's, and she basically said, hey, look, you're a Christian, you should go to church. That day I ended up coming to Village. Everything Mark said that day was talking directly to me. And I remember leaving the church just completely just shattered, left in tears. Went home, really had time to think about whatever was said. And really what he was talking about is just to stop wandering and to not trade temporary pleasures for eternal pleasures that God offers. And he talked about how darkness is blown away by the light. It's not just about stopping sin from our life, it's about redeeming it. I really felt the urge to call up people from my life, and I wanted to call to apologize for some of the things I had done previously, so started calling up friends, called up my brother. It created this whole moment in my life where I realized that all these people that I had done wrong to, there is a way to come back from it. And it was a very emotional time for me. At that point, I had another voice in my head telling me to go towards God, to seek out God, to seek His will. Instead of going towards what I had always done, which always failed me, I decided this time I was going to choose to go towards God. In about 6 or 7 months, Giselle and I started to get close as friends together again. We decided that we would do Alpha together. And then after that, we decided that we were going to get married again. This time, everything was just completely different. Like, God was in our life, God was the center of our relationship. We really kind of gave Him that. Everything that was wrong before got healed, and life has just never been the same again. We still have our ups and downs, but He can take something that's broken and He can fix it.